Just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping. These promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell. Yeah, I like you, that's for sure. Never have to close the door. Been a long time, a year before, and I'm missing you so bad. Gone away a month or more. Every show I go before, need to hear that voice, 'cause right now feels like it's been too long. I could never let you go. Go on thinking about those secrets true. And I would never bet the world that I would find anyone like you. I'll never tell, never tell. Just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping. These promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell. Oh, it's true. 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 It's true. Oh, it's true. Oh, it's true. You're an angel, that's for sure. With some devil, hear you roar. But I like it, we on the floor. In my ear, be whispering. Used to have fun, now I'm bored. Do I miss you? Yes, of course. Think about that time when we stayed up all night talking. I could never let you go. Go on thinking about those secrets true. And I would never bet the world that I would find anyone like you. I'll never tell, never tell. Just trust that I'll keep it locked in a cell. Never revealing no secrets you're keeping. These promises strong as a spell. I'll never tell. Oh, it's true. Oh, it's true. It's true. Oh, it's true. Oh, it's true. Oh, it's true. Oh, it's true. It's true. Oh, it's true. Oh, it's true.
Okay. Okay. I am so sorry, guys. I got a notification that I was muted, and I was muted through the audio program, but then I realized after I fixed that, and I started talking again, I had also not connected a mic. So though I wasn't muted, there was nothing going through. I am so sorry. I actually went over this twice, but I'm going to do it again because, you know, it doesn't help if I'm talking to a room where nobody can hear me. So what we're doing today is we're going to be addressing the errors in the... Sorry for my dog. He gets very excited anytime a door closes outside, a car door. We're going to be working in the confirmed gene errors thread, and what we're going to be doing today is like the Photoshop portion. If there's an error with the gene and there's something wrong with the kind of layers or image itself, we're going to try and find out what that is, figure it out, and take care of it. When I do that, the gene's not going to be immediately fixed on the website, and that's because 2 more steps have to happen after that. I'm not going to be streaming those steps because there's nothing visually interesting about them, and they're just kind of like running programs. One is going to be running the recolor engine on, you know, whatever I fix. I'll export it from Photoshop and kind of pop it into the engine, and then it will recolor things, and then I kind of take what it spits out and put those files on the website. So, there's a couple steps after this that have to happen for the genes to actually appear on the website corrected. And when I'm talking about like broken genes, like sometimes there'll be stray pixels, sometimes something will have like the wrong color showing up. Sometimes, you know, there's just visual glitches or patterns that aren't coming out, and that usually means that somewhere, either in the image or how it was labeled when it was exported to the recolor engine, or maybe sometimes the file gets corrupted to the FTP, somewhere along the chain that something happened with that gene, and we need to kind of suss out what that is and you know, to make what corrections we can. So let's see how far we can get in this thread, because there are so many gene problems, and they need fixing. Someone's asking if the stream... Acorn already answered that. Yeah, Jean-Luc is a very vocal dog. When he gets excited, he barks. Latte stained on male jailers. Yeah, that one's not going to be one that I can actually fix on the stream, because I am dead sure, based on the fact that Latte and nothing else is having this issue, that is a file corruption issue. Either when the recolor engine was exporting it exported a broken file, or when it was being uploaded to the website, something happened along the way and only part of it uploaded, so it's a corrupted file. So that just means that there's nothing wrong with the Photoshop. So we will be addressing this in the second part, which is after the stream, but there's nothing visually we can do in Photoshop for Latte Stained. That's a file that just needs to be recolored through the recolor engine and exported again with a fresh file that's kind of, you know, intact. I don't know if any of this is making sense or if it's too much information, but I kind of wanted to explain a little bit about what we're going to be doing here today. Also, I have music lightly playing, some so I can't actually hear it because it's currently muted for me, but I know it's playing for you. So if something weird or annoying starts playing, please let me know and I will try and adjust that. Okay, so the first thing on the list here, as I was saying to the empty air that could not hear me back, was going to be this aberration hatchling jaguar. And one of the reports was that one of the heads on the hatchling, lower right, does not have the same jaw color. So let's take a look. And looking at the Photoshop file for this, that does seem to be the case. You can see that the upper left head has this nice shade color that is in fact the same as the legs, and the lower head does not have that. So this is going to be just us doing a little edit here. I don't want to mess with the mask. Okay. Oh no, what did I just do? Oh gosh. I've used Photoshop since 2001. I know what I'm doing. Alright. Oh man, I got rid of my history and everything. Okay, hold on. Something think I just locked it all to the side. Okay. So I'm going to... Let's go ahead and close this. What is going on? Do I have like a confirmation window open? It's not letting me edit anything. I'm going to close Photoshop. This has been an excellent stream so far all around. No audio. Photoshop is crashing. I apologize. My Photoshop has been crashing a lot lately. This is an 8-year-old computer. And I do have a new computer on order. It was finally time to do that. You know you've done a good job when you have to go into the task manager to end the process. Okay. Let us try one more time. I see in the chat that a few people are reporting gene errors. For right now, we're just going to be working on the confirmed gene list error thread. Once that is done and that list is complete, we're going to post a new sticky and we'll update the site status, where people can report gene errors once more. We just need to get this list of confirmed errors kind of taken care of before we can take more on our plate. There is an error thread. If you find anything with undertide, there is an error thread for undertide that is currently open and accepting reports, and that is a work in progress. It's just for the list of confirmed gene errors across the breeds. This is what we're working with. Okay. I need to... There we go. We're back. Apply layer mask. Oh, look, and all my tools are back too. Okay, I wonder what happened there, but I guess we'll never know. I'm going to unlock the layer because when it is locked, you cannot edit it. And that's ideally when I'm fussing with this to prevent stray pixels from happening, and we're going to probably discover quite a few of those as we work through. So... I am going to just kind of make a selection here because I can see over here that it fades, so I'm going to want to grab the gradient tool and have it be mostly opaque, but then start to fade and go to transparent. Oh no, it's not the one I wanted. That was a radial gradient and I wanted a linear one, so that it drags from point A to point B rather than dragging out in the radius like a circle. It is still not the right color. Why are you not sampling? Okay, we've got a sample. And then I'm probably going to put that layer mask back on because I see it's making a fun little shape here that I don't quite like, so I'm going to just drag an eraser gradient across that to make sure that we've got that nice and cleaned up. Alright, that looks correct. Let's zoom out. Apply the layer mask. Lock it. Shouldn't really make a difference. Alright, I think that the Photoshop error with the image error with this has been corrected, so we're going to close that. Close. Oh, cancel. Hold on, I need to open things from my folder. one down, quite a few to go. Okay, Fey Female Sparkle. There are stray pixels present on the lower left side of the canvas. This is what the sparkle gene looks like with nothing else. Oh, and I see it. I see it right there. And I can bet if I make it dark, a dark color, it's gonna be much more visible. Unless it's on the highlight layer. Yep, that's where it is. It's right here. It's probably hard to see on with the video compression, but there's a little thing right there. I'll delete that out. Select all, image crop. Apply layer mask, lock. And it probably shouldn't matter what colors these are because the recolor engine just flood fills these layers. Like all the layers get exported and colored, so individually. Let's see here. File. Save. All right. Next one we have is Jailer M. Ruins. Not ruins, runes. I can spell. A small section of horn that peeks out behind the wing on jailer males isn't colored in the runes gene, leading to two different colored horns. All right. Close that. Okay. Small section of horn that peeks out behind the wing. Where is this? Oh, hold on just a second. I wonder if this layer is missing, this bit of information is missing completely, and what we're seeing is the primary gene poking through because there's nothing to cover it. Tertiary genes sit on top of primary and secondary genes, in our sort of layering system. And I'm betting that right, kind of over here, there's probably a little curly Q that we're missing. So actually to fix this, we're going to need to open up the primary jailer folder here. Ancient jailer primary jailer mail. Okay. Okay, yeah. See, there's a little curly Q here, and that's horn. Yeah, and that is not present over here, and that's why we're getting mismatched colors. All right, so to fix this, I think I'm going to need to select all, copy, select all, paste in place, and then I'm going to have to select all on the ink layer, copy. I can close this. Oh wait, I probably need the shadows too. I can paste in place there for the inks. And we're going to have to obviously crop this down and get this working with the gene, but that's definitely what's going on. Shadows we might need. Copy. Paste in place. All right. I'm going to close this now. I think we had all the information we needed to get from that. And now I think I just need to take this little tiny bit right here on all of these and select the inverse, which means I basically made a selection and then I told it, okay, that selection I made, avoid that and select everything else. Now we're just going to hit delete, and we're going to do that with the inks we just pulled up and with the shadows we just pulled up. So now we have 3 layers that are just that little tiny, although I do actually see the shadows and the inks. I made that selection pretty inaccurately. We've got a little bit of extra stuff So I believe that the shadows are on the layer Rune Shadow. And we're gonna set that to normal initially so that I can just grab a color. And then we're gonna set it to multiply. And fill them up. Okay. And then this is the horn layer. The question is where is this present here? What is this gene? Okay, we've got a little gentle fade there. Okay. This is where we're gonna want to add this little guy that I pulled up. Okay, it's all in one layer now. If I relock it and color it, okay, we have that, and we have shadows for it. Excellent. I want to make sure that this ink layer is as tiny as it can be because it does layer over the primary gene, and so you're kind of like getting double inks. We don't want them getting too thick and unwieldy. All right. Oh, hold on. I might need to put that back. That left us with a little bit of blue poking out. Don't want that. And I might actually need to gently erase just that little guy, that little stray pixel. All right. And if we join that with the ink layer, oh, there is Rune Fade. Okay, Rune Fade goes here. Because this one is not, the little extra horn is definitely supposed to fade to white. I'm trying to figure out, if I were to select this, maybe if I make this a wild color, I can figure out where this goes. Okay. Are you on the tips? Okay, this is on the tips. Sometimes at work it helps to have a really contrasting color so that way you can see what you're doing. With that in mind, I am going to select the horns, and I'm going to very quickly check YouTube to make sure that everything's still working. Everything's still working. And what did I want to do? Oh, right. I wanted to select this color, but I wanted to make sure that I'm getting it from just the current layer, not the ones below it, because there's a lot of transparency going on here. And then I'm going to just gently drag a gradient over it, because this doesn't seem like this should be full opacity, because you can kind of see it's faded over here and faded over here, so I think that this should probably be, yeah, maybe a little more. Okay, that seems correct. And now we can kind of make it like a white color again. And then Rune Sparkle. Let's go ahead and make this a wild color so that we can kind of, by wild colors mean a contrasting color. Okay. I don't know if I really had to be that accurate with Rune Fade, because I think we're just going to fill the whole thing in with a flat color here now. I gave myself extra work. All right. Lock that. Make it white again. All right, I think we've solved that problem. This just needs to be saved out again. Shadow set to multiply. I might duplicate this just a few times because I'm not sure that it is going to properly group on all of these translucent things beneath it. with how I'm labeling the layers, like when you have like a program recolor your files for you, it like has to have, you know, everything, all the layers have to be like exported with the correct names, or it doesn't know what swatches and what like color codes to like use on it. So that's the reason why I'm adjusting all these layer names. I want to make sure that they work correctly when it comes time. Because I have noticed that sometimes with the runes gene, the shadow layer will look like tan, and I think that's because it wasn't properly grouped with what was below it. And I just want to make sure that we don't have that problem here. I'm gonna say this guy's done. And we'll go back to looking at our list. Next one would have been latte stained, but again, I believe that this is an issue that we cannot correct in Photoshop. I believe that this is going to be something that's done off stream, where we just have to run the recolor engine on the file again and grab latte and upload it to the website so that the corrupted file can be replaced with one that's not broken, because there's nothing wrong with the stained file. So we're going to kind of scoot back onto Female Glimmer. Let me just kind of, Guardian Female Glimmer, let me just kind of check chat real quick and see how everyone's doing. Oh, can you hear me? The stream sounds a little quiet. I can turn the music down. I didn't realize it was loud. I am sorry. Yeah, my mic is at 100%. I can also move my mic closer to me, potentially. There we go. Okay. Well, hello, chat. I saw somebody say hi. Okay, I'm going to, I guess, work on the next one. So we need to get the Guardian Female Glimmer file. The glimmer gene bleeds faintly into both of the Guardian Female's back legs when applied. Alright. I think I'm gonna need a white background to see this. Oh, look at you. There's all these little shadows going on. Yes, I can see where the glimmer gene is not supposed to be there. All right, let's clean this up. So I'm going to clean all these little faded looking selections. That fade makes sense because it's fading from one to another, but some of these ones that are just like residual shadows, these don't look like clean selections. I'm going to just get rid of these. Let's see, does deleting that work? Okay, deleting that does clean them up. Ooh, that's like just really messy little eraser work right there. I don't like that. All right. I'm going to do that. And then I think I need to make a selection here because I want that to be a smooth fade where it transitions. And I'm seeing these slightly hard little edges. I don't want it to look like that. All right. So layer masks allow you, like if I show you what the layer mask for this layer looks like, Control D. I think if I hit Alt on this layer, layer masks, like you can have an entire layer like filled with brown, and the layer mask tells it where it's going to display and where it's not. Oh, this is actually a really great way to see where there's more little fades that have issues. Okay, but anyway, where it's black, it's not going to appear, and where it's white, it's going to appear at 100% opacity. Where it's kind of gray, it'll be semi-translucent. Like the darker the gray, the more translucent it'll be. The lighter the gray, the less translucent it'll be. And so I can drag little gradients to kind of make a thing fade smoothly, and it gives you a lot of control. So that's kind of what's going on here. People who use image programs like and art programs like this a lot are probably like, yeah, that's obvious, but some people might not know this, so I'm explaining. I clipped my chest with the first selection. What did I do? Someone in chat said I clipped. Oh, I see it. I did indeed. Look at that selection. All right, thank you for the catch. And this is how tiny errors happen in the genes. It's just silly things like this happening. Well, since I do actually have a mask layer, I'm going to just work with the mask, I think, because this just gives the cleanest view of what's going on. Make sure that that's all clean. And I'm going to flood fill that with black. If you ever want to know how to flood fill a layer, just make sure your layer is locked, and you can just hit Shift Backspace and it'll fill the whole thing with whatever color you got selected. So if you see things magically changing color, I'm doing things with my keyboard. That's all that's happening. If I turn this off, what is that? Is that part of the tail? I'm gonna have to look at the, I think I'm gonna have to look at the Guardian file. Let's see here. And I also want to find out what these little dots are. Are those actually supposed to be something, or are those errors? Like, why is there, I think that these are errors. Why are there dots here? I'm just gonna remove those. All right. I don't like this hard edge here, so I think if this edge is gonna stay, we do have to do a nice smooth gradient transition. Oh, hold on, that created a whole new edge. I need to make a better lasso tool selection, a more thoughtful one. So I can see that this is part of the leg. I'm going to drag that up, and I'm going to, I think if this is the leg, this is also going to show these little errors here. I want to see what this looks like on the website. This is why figuring out why genes aren't working is always like a little bit of a Sherlock thing. You have to figure out exactly what's going on. All right, so we have Guardian, Dragon. Let's go ahead and make this a basic obsidian. Obsidian is one of our darkest colors, and then if we put a gene on with the lightest colors, it'll have the most contrast to show you where the errors are. So I'm going to make that white. What's going on here? Oh, yeah, I see that little thing. Okay, yeah, those don't look great. I think I am supposed to, if I zoom in here, you can see it looks like the line is dragging into her leg. And it does it a little bit here. Yeah, I'm gonna need to clean up where those legs were. And this is fun because I'm working with a file that kind of has them slightly invisible, but I guess if I really get in trouble, I can open up the Photoshop file. But I can kind of see the edges of where the line art would have been. So I'm going to go ahead and tidy this up. Here we go. Oh, and I should have left that. I think that this is also a little bit untidy right there. I don't like how it's going out of bounds here. All right, let's go ahead and clear those areas. Looking much cleaner. I want to find out if this area, this little fade right here, is anything. Back to the scrying workshop. I should probably leave that open. I think it's gonna, come in handy. Again. Fun fact, if you didn't know, with our scrying workshop, you can start typing the first 2 letters of anything and it'll automatically go to where you need it to go. And what is that? Right, she does not have any tail color. She does not have any underbelly like showing there. There should not be glimmer gene there. That answers my question. So this area here, this is a very messy file. I'm going to take full credit for this one. This is one of the first files released in our first year of Flight Rising, and I actually know that I personally did this file. I would not build it the same way again. And I'm actually, I want to clean up some of these edges here. I just don't think they look nice. I gotta believe these pixels are bleeding through onto the final image. I don't know what that little dot is. This is just a very chunky looking file. Okay. And I want to find out what these two here are. What are those? What are those? Oh, those are the quicks of the nails. I wonder how those got included. Those should not be glimmering. That's going to look funny if you have like green or something and it's only on those two nails and nothing else. This file was a mess. All right. Yeah, I think she's going to look a lot better when we upload her to the website. I do want to... I saw a little spot here. I don't like these white pixels. I'm going to actually do the opposite and grab the white brush and fill those in. Gosh, I just really don't like how messy this is. Oh, okay. So again, I'm on the mask layer and I'm just painting with a black paintbrush. It tapers with pen pressure, so if I press lightly, it only removes a little, and if I press harder, it creates like a larger removal area. So that's what's going on. All right, I think I feel, that's still chunky. I think I feel a little bit better about this though. There's just a lot of stray pixels. I think when it gets shrunk down, you don't really see it. I might be getting lost in the weeds here for what's actually going to be, visible on the site. Oh gosh, I see another. This one's gonna be harder to fill in. I see another gap though. I don't like that gap. May I never revisit files from 2013 again in this for the duration of this stream. The files definitely get a little bit better as time went on. We got better systems in place. All right, yeah, okay. I think that's where I need to stop. Get rid of that background layer. Everything is locked. I'm gonna look at that image one more time and make sure nothing else jumps out at me. We're gonna change this to a nice radioactive. Oh, that's not as green as it could have been, but okay, yeah, there's definitely places where it is migrating, but I think we got all of them. I think this gene is fixed. All right, so I'm going to save this, and we will call this one done as well. Okay, so the next one is going to be Guardian Female Koi. There's a stray pixel on the back hind foot near where it meets the tail on guardian females who have the koi tertiary. All right. Let's get into the koi folder and find the guardian female. All right. I'm probably going to have to look at this on the scrying workshop to figure out which dot is the bad dot, because some of the dots are supposed to be there. It's going to be in this lower right region. Let's see here. What if we change this to koi? Predict. Let's read this again. There is a stray pixel on the black hind foot near where it meets the tail on guardian females. Near where it meets the tail. Back hind foot. Oh, I see it. I see it. If we zoom in, it's this little dot right here. This little guy. Very, very small error, but it is an error. And actually, I think I see a small bit of bleed over here. So we can clean that up too, just a bit. All right. Zoom back out. Into the Photoshop file we go. Oh gosh, I don't even see it. Where the heck is this dot? Okay, back. Okay. It is in between those two blobs. Oh, I see it. Oh my gosh, it is so small. Okay. It's this guy. It's this guy right here. And that's the little bit of bleed over. Okay. Now I'm just hitting delete on all these layers just to make sure we get it. While we're in here, I'll get picky. I don't think these actually matter. What does this look like on the website? What if I make this white? I'm looking at the neck. There's like a neck frill, and I want to make sure it looks like it's properly overlapping. This is kind of messy on the website. I'm going to go back in here. I think that this neck frill here just needs to be removed from the layer situation. Oh, there's a little stray pixel. A little bit of jaw overlap. I don't know if I'm going overboard here, because again, these look fine when they're shrunk down to 350 by 350 pixels, and I'm over here looking at something that's 1,000 or more pixels. I probably need to let some of this go. And I'm just going through each of the layers and hitting delete on my keyboard to make sure that those are cleaned up. All right, I think that this one is fixed. I'm going to call this a fix. And those rough edges were only visible when I was all the way zoomed in. I think this is fine. Safe. Next gene. Or actually, I can look at chat real quick. On the belly, you've got a little bleed as well that shows on the small version. Oh, I see it. Did I clean that? All right, let's reopen this. The belly. Okay. It's right over by that leg. do it? Okay, you can close it. No, not that. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to look at this again. There's a black line, then a little bleed over. There's a straight line on the chest neck. Chest neck. Well, we got this one here. This bleed over here. Oh, where I cleaned up the neck frill. Okay, then it should actually be good. Oh, you mean this little dot? Did I get that dot? All right, hold on. I swear we're gonna be done with this file soon. I don't know if we got that dot, but let's just make sure that we get it. All right. File, close. Oh my gosh, I just looked at how many people are in here. There's 200 people watching me mess around in Photoshop on these gene errors. Welcome to the stream. If you just arrived here, what we're doing today is we're going through the gene error thread of the list of confirmed gene errors, and we're taking care of the image and Photoshop portions of what might be going wrong. Like if there's something wrong with the image itself or one of the layers that needs to be corrected. It's not going to immediately fix on the website because a couple other steps have to happen. We have to export it to like a recolor engine, and then the files that kind of spits out have to be uploaded to the website. But this is the first step that needs to happen for all these corrections to go through, and so that's going to definitely kind of help with getting these errors addressed. So the next one on the list is guardian female petals. The guardian females have a gradient layer present in the belly section that is not present in any other breed or in any other guardian petals artwork. Let us find out. Basic. Primary gene petals. Okay, and if we go into the male. Oh, yeah, she's got like a white fade. And if I went to Bog Sneak, yeah, they don't have that white fade. The Guardians have something, Guardian females at least, have something going on where they've got white in their belly. So yeah, let's go ahead and open that up and see what's going on. All right. Yep, that's where it happened. I think I need to make a selection of the belly area and maybe just flood fill this with black on the mask. Does that fix it? That might fix it. The colors here are just template colors. This is not a color on the website. Let me take this back to another dragon that has a very visible belly. I want to make sure I'm doing this right. Oh, Tundra's got everything reversed. I need to. Tundras kind of have their belly color on their neck. It's a whole thing. Okay, yeah. Petals has a very flat belly, so deleting that out was correct. Are there any other layers that bled in? I'm actually looking at this layer right here, and I'm noticing a very, very small thing. It's this seam. It's this seam where the belly meets with everything. I don't think that these are as far down as they should be. Hold on. I think what I need to do is I need to grab this. grab the belly, select the inverse, and then I can go onto this layer. Okay, and now I can try and drag this on down so it meets up nicely. And the trick here is it's semi-transparent down here, so I want to make sure that I'm sampling every time I work. Yep, here's some more stuff that doesn't quite meet with the belly layer. This is how you end up with seams in places. It's just, if you try and butt two colors up against each other, it doesn't always work out. I wonder if, actually, hold everything. I wonder if dragging the belly layer up so that it covers over things, and then we just drag behind would create a seamless. I think that would create the most seamless transition, is if we just have it fully behind, because then then one is running behind the other, and they're not both trying to meet and pixel perfect close a gap. I think I need to open my channels layer. I think I just did a thing. Window, channels. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna go back into the petals, and I think I can just go ahead and drag this all on down real low, because it's all gonna be covered. Oh. And then we won't have any seams, which is good. And I think we can also drag up from down here. Jean-Luc says hi. He's boofing. Now if we go back to the main artwork itself, we should theoretically have no seams. Let me change this to a different color, like white. Yeah, I think that fixed our issue with the seams. Okay, I think that this one is fixed. File, save, close, and we can go to the next gene. Guardian hatchling okapi. The okapi tertiary is missing from the guardian hatchling's hind legs. Guardian hatchling basic, and then we will make it an okapi tertiary. Oh, it's because they've got these little hidden hind legs behind. They're there, but they're hidden behind the wing. I can totally see why the artist who did this gene missed this, and why I missed it when I checked it. I bet if we go into an adult, they do probably have. Yeah, they are supposed to have their little fin frills colored in, and they are supposed to have it go up the leg. So that one is pretty straightforward. We are going to have to paint it all in, but it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, okay. I think to paint it in, I'm gonna need to open the primary file, because the primary gene file, because I won't know where the wing and where the leg ends if I'm painting into open air, because tertiary genes are just laid on top of everything else. Let's see here. We're gonna need the Guardian Hatchling Okapi file. Yep, no back legs. And I'm gonna also need the Guardian Hatchling primary basic file. Okay. And let me just check Slack real quick. Here I can. Looks like the music turned off. I can make it a little quieter because I guess it was kind of loud for people. Does that work? Okay. Okay. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to bring all of these into the primary folder or the primary file. Or I guess I could do it in reverse. Let's see here. Oh, these are different file sizes. Alright, that is 1,000 by 1,000. This is 1,500 by 1,500. I will size down rather than size up. And we'll do this in reverse. We will bring... Pardon me, I'm still recovering from COVID. I am testing negative now, though, so that's very nice. So theoretically everything is now lined up. All right. So I'm actually going to make the base color something I can easily distinguish against, like a really dark color. And a copy without the stripes does seem to be just a drag of the gradient across the limb. So I'm going to grab the dragon's limb here. We're going to make sure that we're excluding the little wing fingers. I actually don't think this bit of overlap matters because secondaries go on top of primaries. So if anything, the overlap's good because it helps to avoid those tiny little pixel seams. Seams, that is. Oh, but this is a tertiary gene I'm doing. This does have to be pixel perfect. What am I doing? Okay. So I do need to make sure this lines up correctly. looking at this, I think that's part of the frill too, right there. I think that should also be filled in. But let me see here. If I look at the dragons, they are fully filled in. The little fingers of the fin are filled in. So that's what I needed to know. So this selection might be a good one. Oh, I see a little bit of foot. There's some little toe beans under here popping out. Maybe those aren't the beans, but it's the flat of the foot. Okay. So now if I take a gradient. Oh, wait, this has got a layer mask. If we look at the layer mask, you can kind of see what's going on here, so I'm going to have to make it white. And in doing so, it will make pixels visible. If anything, it's only going to have the tiniest bit of fade. Okay. I think I actually want to keep that selection that I just got rid of up, because that's where all the tiger stripes are going to go. Okay. Or I'll copy stripes, as the case may be. And if I look at those, all right, there isn't, okay, there are some gradient transitions here that I can see, and right here. Is that belly color? Oh, okay, that is not the frill. There's belly color there. Okay, I'm not gonna fill that in. So we start with nice, thick, round bands that I believe, let's see, do they start at the ankle level? They start at just below ankle level, actually, with two little bands. I might need to make my brush smaller. Just bring this into Photoshop so I can see it. Got rid of my lasso selection. That stinks. Oh, I know what I can do. History, go back. Select. Save selection. Okay, now I can paste. And then I can go select load selection. All right. So I'm going to try and loosely mimic what's going on in the leg. I don't think I have to worry about these little stripey fades, because the leg is mostly opaque until the thigh, and the thigh on the hatchling is hidden largely by the wing. So I think I just get to do kind of this knee area, and we call it a day. And I think I need a new color to find out if they put stripes in the fins, because it's kind of blending with the shadows. Let's get something that has a nice contrasty stripe. Oh, I bet you, that, where are you? Orca always has very high contrast. Yeah, pure black, pure white. It looks like they have low opacity stripes. Actually, I bet you if I look at this, yeah, that's what those are doing. Those are the half opacity stripes that they've started to put in there. All right, I'll grab that color. And these just, okay, the stripes seem to grow out of where the stripes land on the edge of the leg and just kind of spread out over the fin. But they should all connect with where they are over here. Here we go. That horns color is not going to be visible. Now, if I put these back where they were, and get rid of the parts that I added to this. Oh, okay, I might need those parts back, right? Need to make some crops. Okay. Okay. Select inverse. Go into here, and I am going to tidy this up. There we go. Basically what happened was I've got everything grouped to this outline. And when I removed the thing it was grouped to, it kind of spilled over wherever it was going to naturally, and I did in fact actually need that to be tidy, so I decided to erase into it so that it can accomplish what it needs to accomplish. Oh, I had to do it with the tiger stripes too. I think I can just do this. Okay, I'm gonna do this. And I'm going to erase into the tiger stripes. Get out of there. Oh, hold on. Select inverse. That is what I wanted. Okay. Okay. What is this? Is that an extra copy of the line art? Oh, and what are these little pixels here? Okay. We have some things to clean up. I don't know what these little guys are doing down there, but they don't belong there. I do not need these layers. right, I think... Oh, what is this? Hold on, I see a little boo-boo. What is this little bleed over? That shouldn't be there. Right here. Over the line art. Okay. Is this not a pure black? Oh, that's why it's not erasing. I think I was operating on the wrong layer. All right, let's go into this. With layer mask, again, pure black equals transparent, and pure white equals 100% opaque. Oh, it would help if I was actually working within the layer mask. Okay. I think that should be good. Sorry, the stream is a little bit more fiddly than I thought it would be, but I want to make sure that the files look good, because if we're going to the trouble of fixing them, we should fix it right. Oh, is my voice too quiet? Like, I don't know why it's a little bit quiet. I can turn the music down if the music's too high. Turn that down a bit. Okay. And I'm reading chat. Yeah, the undertide errors we will be addressing after this list of confirmed gene errors, the one that's locked. And once we address this list of confirmed gene errors, we're going to open up a new general gene reporting thread where if there's something that wasn't addressed or something new that you found, you'll be able to add it. It's just right now we kind of want to fix what we've got before adding more, because the threads can get very long and there's multiple reports of the same thing and they can get kind of cumbersome to go through. So kind of having a stopping point, addressing all of that, and then starting fresh can help. That way we're not getting reports about the thing that's already on the list. But the reports, again, for anybody who's been making them, they're incredibly helpful. Thank you for doing that. There's so many genes on the site, so many different colors that they have to be tested on, that it would be very difficult to catch them all, with one or two people just kind of doing audits. But when the whole website is kind of keeping an eye out for these things and is nice enough to report them, it makes it more manageable. So thank you for doing those reports. We do appreciate them. We don't hear any music at all. Did my music stop again? Oh, there should be music, but maybe I put the audio down too far. I'm trying not to drown myself out. I actually can't hear the balance because I can't hear myself. So I don't know if the music is too loud or not. Oh, yeah, I don't think my mic audio should be at 100%, but maybe it's not high enough. I'll need to look into that. I'm sorry if people are having trouble hearing. That was not my intention. Yeah, I do kind of lower my voice a little bit because I'm kind of stream of consciousing while I'm talking to try and explain what I'm doing, and I guess I talk a little bit quieter when I do that. I'm sorry if it's hard to hear. Okay, we took care of Guardian Hatchling Okapi. So next one is Imperial Female Tapir. Or is it taper? I don't know. It's one of those words that I read, but I don't hear said a lot, so I'm probably mispronouncing it. Imperial females with the tapir gene have a stripe that clips into the belly color behind their rear legs. Primary jean tapir. Gotta make that basic Imperial. And for anybody who didn't hear or wasn't here the first time, when you're using the scrying workshop, if you're like on a desktop with like a keyboard, when you're in a drop down and you kind of know where you want to go, you can just start typing the first few letters of wherever it is you want to end up, and it just makes it very fast. Let's go ahead and see this. It's going to be from one of these legs into the belly. That clips into the belly color behind their rear legs. I think I'm going to need a different color to see this. Let's go ahead and see if Periwinkle will do it for us. I'm not seeing it. It's definitely there, because everything here that got in the confirmed gene errors thread, when we looked at it on the website, and people posted examples, we were like, yep, that's a boo-boo. Just gotta figure out where this thing is. Twilight. Imperial females with the tapir gene have a stripe that clips into the belly color behind their rear legs. Maybe it's not connected to it's just behind there. Oh! It's not touching the legs at all. It's right here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, someone's asking about the broken image genes. I will not be doing anything for them in this stream. The broken image genes are going to be fixed, but they're not a Photoshop error. That's an error either where when our recolor engine saved the gene out, where the file corrupted, or alternatively, it corrupted when it got uploaded. Like it only got partially uploaded to the website, through FTP. So those are the files that don't show up are basically broken layers. And so the way that we need to fix that is just to resave and re-upload and, hope that it doesn't get corrupted. Like files, typically, it only happens like that one out of like every 5,000 or 6,000 files gets corrupted. But when you're uploading 177 colors across, 15 breeds with 3 variants each, you hit that number quite a bit. So it's a pretty rare thing for a file corruption to happen, but when it does, it's, as you can see with our disappearing dragons, it's pretty dramatic. So we definitely want to get those taken care of. There's just nothing visual or to do on the stream. It's just going to be, re-uploading the file. So we are definitely going to be taking care of those. There's nothing wrong with the image. I'm rambling, but yeah, I can see it goes where we've got the belly clip. It's here. Will Orchid show it better? Yeah, you can. Okay, I was looking over in this area and I just wasn't seeing it at all. I do want to save the changes. Let's see here. I need the Tapir folder. I need the Imperial female. There she is. Okay. Oh, there's the stripes. Oh, and there's work clips. Let me make this a wild color so that I can, or just a contrasty color so that I can see where yep, there it is. I'm gonna make this dark green. All right. This one is an easy fix. Boom. I'll take it. I'll take it after those other ones that we had to deal with. I think it was this color. Okay, yeah. We will save her. We will close her. Let's go back to the list. Oh, we're making so much progress. I'm excited. I don't think we're gonna get through all of it today, but we've made a dent. Imperial hatchling piebald. Imperial hatchlings with piebald have a small spot of color that clips outside the dragon, beneath its closest hind leg. beneath the closest hind leg. All right, let's go into the Imperial Hatchling. Oh, the Piebald folder, and then Imperial Hatchling. Okay. All right. Oh, I see a pixel here. Is that the thing that they're talking about? There's a pixel. I don't know what layer it's on. Oh, is it on the ink layer? Is it on the no-fill layer? That should be grouped. Oh. No. Okay, hold on. No fill please layers are just our way of labeling it so that the recolor engine knows that nothing goes there. You just leave that layer alone. All right. I think that was the error. Another easy one. They have a small spot of color that clips outside the dragon beneath the closest hind leg. That was it. Yep. File. Okay, it's been saved. We can close it. Why are we saying no to the tail? How many gigabytes do the files take up? I'm honestly not sure, because we host the files on an offsite storage service. So none of us is keeping the entire archive of Flight Rising on our computer. Number one, if our computer died, that would be absolutely horrible. Considering that some of the, I apologize for the cough. I'm still a little bit under the weather. Given that some of our apparel files on their own can be a gigabyte, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we're at like 6 or 7 terabytes at this point. But I would have to actually see if there's a way to check that. There's a lot. The artists for Flight Rising have made a lot of artwork for the site, and it's amazing. But we've been around for 9, almost 10 years, and it definitely is some chunky storage space needed. I think you accidentally didn't save the guarding hatchling fix. No. Well, was it the? I guess I can open them up real quick. Let's double check. Guardian hatchling Okapi. Sometimes I hit Control S on the keyboard. Yeah, it's saved. Sometimes I hit Control S on the keyboard instead of going File Save and audibly saying File Save. File Save. They're still being saved. It's just a keyboard shortcut. All right, Imperial Hatchling Lionfish. The back leg that's furthest from us on the Imperial Hatchlings with the Lionfish primary is colored a solid color rather than having the pattern that is present on all their... Oh, this one should be easy to see. Okay, so I need to go into the Lionfish folder. Get the Imperial Hatchling. Here we are. Oh, yep, there it is. That back leg is a solid purple color. At least it's straightforward. And these colors here are the colors that they are because they're easy to differentiate and to see, not because this is like anything we would ever put on the website. All right, let's see here. It is missing the outer stripe, the wild yellow kind of toe bean area, and the green inner stripe. Oh, and there's like a little eye spot on the feet and the elbows. Okay. I don't know if that's on exclusively the outside or the inside of the feet and elbows. Let me just open this up on something that's not broken. Lionfish. Oh, it's supposed to be like centered. Okay. It's the little eye spot is centered over the foot. going to create a new layer here and just roughly try and rough in some of what's going on here. And then there would be an eye spot down here. I'm sorry, there's someone outside who just closed their car door, and Jean-Luc has to let me know. He's an excellent watchdog, terrible guard dog, because he loves everyone. I'm gonna mute my mic for a little bit. He's really excited. Oh, there's someone at the door. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's see here. And then this little eye spot here gets outlined. Where is, oh, the yellow color. Okay, interesting. I think I'm going to need to actually erase into this to display that yellow color, because it's on the layer below the green. All right, I think, oh, hold on, that's not really, I'm looking at the stripes. I need to fix a couple of them. They're still a little rough. But I think that this is very close to being a fix. I'm trying to see if these end in points, but some of them do end in little blobbies like that, and some of them have little dots. I don't think any of them get quite this thin though, so maybe I will erase this guy and make this like a little blobby dot. Little blobby dot stripe, kind of like that one. All right, the back leg now has pattern, so we can resave that out and get that fixed in the future. next thing on the list on our agenda. For anyone who's new or has just joined the stream, we are working our way through the list of confirmed gene errors. We are specifically doing the fixes that where something is wrong with the layers or the image that makes up the gene itself. So this is not specific color errors. This is not image files that have corrupted data. And so we're just getting the images tidied up with and corrected. And after the stream, I'll then take those files and we can export them to our recolor engine. And then from the recolor engine, we can then upload them to the website. But it's time consuming and my computer likes to crash, so there's no point in doing that on the stream. But the Photoshop portion, that has a little bit of a visual element. So the next one we're working on is Imperial Male Tiger. The tiger gene on the imperial males cuts off the stripes abruptly on the hind leg that's furthest from the viewer. Let's see it. Tiger. Oh, yep, there it is. There's this little area that has no stripes. And actually, I think I know what did that. In an early version that never released on Flight Rising, the imperial male's belly color kind of went down into the thigh there, and I think that the tiger gene was never updated correctly. Oh, and there's also something weird going on with this back leg, this front back leg here. I'm gonna have to look at both of these limbs that are kind of furthest from us in the distance. But yeah, this shouldn't be too bad of a fix. What's that? Okay. Okay. There's even faint lines where they should be, so I'm just gonna continue those lines. Okay. I think those are the shadows that I saw. Oh, maybe this was intentional. I'm gonna have to look at the imperial female. It looks like the stripes stop where these plates start, but then this one goes over, which is weird. Let's see if the going over is the error or if the not going over is the error, because this is inconsistent. Imperial female has no stripes present on her arm plating, at least that I can see, but let's Let's do the ultimate contrast gene when it comes to stripes. Yeah, those do not have stripes. What does the hatchling look like? Are we consistent within the breed? Yeah, it looks like the sort of leg plating that they have does not receive stripes. So I'm going to tidy that up real quick. There we go. All right, I think we have corrected the issue. Uh-oh, did Photoshop just crash on me again? Save. Yeah, it's not letting me... Oh, hold on. Did you just uncrash? It's not letting me do keyboard inputs. I think I might need to restart Photoshop. Will it let me quit Photoshop? Okay. Wasn't as bad of a crash as last time. My computer is an 8-year-old waffle and does need to be replaced. It's just full of maple syrup and it's clogging everything. But I do have a new computer theoretically coming at the end of the week. We'll see. Let's find out if I lost my work with the tiger gene. Nope, it saved. At least it was able to save when it crashed. All right, working our way through the gene errors thread. We're on to mere female tapir. The tapir markings clip into the head fins. This one sounds like it's going to be an easy fix, but let's see what we're looking for. Tapir. Oh, I think I just did black on black. That's not going to show up. Mint, maybe? Oh, I see it. See that line that's kind of going there, and there's that little doop right there. Right there. That guy. All right, that's gonna be an easy fix. Let me just open that up. Okay. Oh, I even see it. All right. How did we miss that one? Okay. Delete, save, close. That one was easy. I need more of those. Mirror hatchling unusual eyes. Lightning is currently using the... Okay, that is actually... That's a file issue, or a file uploading issue, or a file naming issue. That's not a Photoshop issue. So we won't be taking care of that today, but when it does come time to upload all of these results, we will be fixing that at that time. There's just nothing to do in Photoshop for it. So we're moving on to the next one. Nocturne Constellation. The frills on Nocturne Constellation have the shadow layer hidden beneath the fade or deleted altogether. This needs to be replaced so it is no longer flat and matches all the other genes. Let's see it. And that was on Constellation. Oh, let's turn that to basic. And we'll make the secondary gene white. Oh. Okay, yeah, there is no shading there that I can see. What if I make it a different color? Yeah, that is completely flat. Like that right there, the wing, you can see the little shadows edging in. This is completely flat. That's a problem. Let's go open the files. I think that the fact that it says it doesn't specify female, male, or hatchling means that it's all of them. So we will open up all of the Nocturne Constellation files. Oh, and I see why it's not showing up. It is because the shadow layer does not exist. It is not present. I'm going to have to open up the secondary gene file and get the shadows from that, because I don't want to draw fresh shadows, because the shadows are always supposed to be the same. Just oh, that's the primary gene. Sorry, we need to open up the secondary gene. Secondary basic, not primary basic. Because I know that these files have the full shadow layer, so we're going to steal the shadow layer from these files and get them transferred over. Yeah, you can see nice texture there. Okay. Are these the same file size? I think they should be, based on the fact that they opened. Yeah, these are the same file size. Oh, it's because we did a little separate layer. We did a separate layer for the frill, and it was never copied over. I am actually going to just copy the mask layer and paste it. And there should be, I will copy this mask layer. Thank you, Jean-Luc. And then paste it. And then set it to screen? Did that work? Is there any difference between normal and screen? Normal? Screen. No, that worked. Okay. And then we take all of that, and then we go into the mask layer and we paste it. Did that work? Hold on. I may need to delete. Oh, there's got to be a way to paste that in the mask layer. Can I paste into mask? Oh, I thought I was being so clever. To Google. Oh, paint, paste, not paint. Hold Alt on your keyboard and click the mask layer thumbnail. This will open the layer mask. Press Command V or Control V to paste the image into the canvas. But that's what I did. Oh my gosh. Okay. Maybe it was the fact that I did Control Shift V. Control C. Edit. Copy. All right. Oh, hold on. Wait, it appeared. When did that appear? Has that been here the whole time? Have I just been doing nothing? Paste in place. Paste in place. Paste in place. Oh my gosh, it's been here the whole time and I've been thinking I didn't paste. Oh my, I'm sorry guys. I was not paying attention to what I was doing. I thought it wasn't pasting. All right, and we've got nice little shadows. Yeah, that's fixed. And now I know what to do for the other ones. I was not aware of my surroundings. the layer masks for both of those shadow layers. Combine them by using screen. And then taking that combined layer and pasting it into, okay, why are you not showing up? Okay, there we go. It pasted into place. And again, for anyone who's just joining, with layer masks, everywhere you see that's white, it shows up as fully opaque. Anywhere that's black shows up as fully transparent. And stuff that is in between is semi-transparent. All right. Yep, I see shadows in the Nocturne Hatchlings frill now, where there was no hatchlings, or where there was no shadows before. So I am copying both shadow layers, combining them through the screen function, copying the result, and pasting the result into the new shadow file. And there we go. That is a fix. Next item on the agenda. Nocturne Flare, and this is non-specific, so I'm guessing this is on all of them. The frills on Nocturne Flare have the shadow layer hidden beneath the fade or deleted altogether. No! I just did that. All right, we're off. I don't think I need to check the scrying workshop. We kind of know what the problem is here. I think I still have the female shadow layer in my current copy from last time. So if I hit Control-Shift-V, oh, yep, that one's done. Save, done. All right. Folder, content. Oh, I'm just going to actually reopen the Constellation files because they had everything merged. And if I reopen the secondary basic, I'll have to merge them myself. Okay. This isn't so bad. I'm selecting the mask layer, and I'm going to paste that mask layer into place. All right, that looks correct. Copying the mask layer, pasting the mask layer into place. And you can make your mask visible by clicking Alt, and that shows you the mask. Because sometimes it's nice to interact with the mask directly. It can be useful. Save. Okay. Okay, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. Nocturne male thylacine. The thylacine gene clips from the wing into the farthest foreleg on nocturne males. Farthest forelegs or front legs. Okay. Just gonna put this against an obsidian background because it's easy to see. Thylacine. And we'll do light on dark. Okay. Oh, I see it. The stripe is running over his little fingers there. All right, this one should be easy. Okay. think I need a background color. Okay. So I'm going into the layer mask and I'm using a black color because that will make things erase and become fully transparent. And that's a fix. Oh, wait, I don't like that little dot out there. Okay, is there any other, oh, is there any other stray dots? No, it's pretty clean. All right. Save, and that one is solved. Well, it's not technically solved until we upload it to the website and do those other steps that we need to do, but the image assets that we need are corrected. Obelisk female capsule. Obelisk females with the capsule tertiary have several pixels under their chin and on the tail behind their back leg that go beyond the bounds of the dragon and into the white space. All right. Obelisk female capsule. Predict. Maybe I need a crazier color. Just or a more contrasty color. That's the word I'm looking for. Is it because is underbelly different? Is it because this is not where belly is supposed to be? Like maybe this little green area here. I'm not really sure what's going on. It looks correct, but maybe that's not where the belly's supposed to be. Let's look at underbelly. Oh no, I'm zoomed too far in. Oh, okay, I see. With capsule, they didn't keep the chin part of the underbelly, which is, I agree with. I think that would look weird. But they did keep this little thing. I wonder if that's an error or not. I want to see what the original post was. Obelisk females with the capsule tertiary have several pixels under their chin. Oh, they go beyond the bounds of the dragon and into the white space. I'm looking at the wrong place. I'm supposed to be looking in the white space. That's my bad. Let's make that obsidian too. I think I'm just gonna have to open up the file and look at it because I'm sure it's here. I'm just not seeing it at the moment. Obelisk. Female capsule. Okay, where are you? It would have to be on this big layer because everything else is clipped to it. Was this already fixed? I'm wondering if this already got fixed. Let's make the glass color black, maybe? Or bright red. I think that this got fixed. I'm not seeing anything that goes beyond the bounds. I wonder if I did an update at some point and forgot to cross it off. All right. I'm gonna check chat and see if people see where the bad dots are. All right. Nobody has spotted them, so I'm going to say that they don't exist. Let's see what's next on the list. Obelisk, female, lionfish, and Noxtide. The fade colors in obelisk, female, lionfish, and Noxtide are swapped and need to be corrected. Primary gene, lionfish. Secondary gene, Noxtide. Predict. Oh, I need something with more contrast. Eggplant, do you have it? Let's find out. Okay, that's what it looks like on the female. What does it look like on the male? Oh, there's green in the wings. Okay. Yeah, there's definitely something different about the... And is that consistent? Okay. Is that consistent across the hatchling? Yep. And let's make sure the other dragons all have green in their wing. Oh, Bane Scales wouldn't. They're an ancient dragon. Alright, Bog Snake, Lionfish, Noxtide. We've got on desktop top computers like this, the sorting for ancient dragons and like modern dragons figured out. But on mobile, it does put a big giant list on everything. So I am aware of that issue. This isn't like some sort of hack. This is just the difference between using a Windows machine. Or maybe it's my browser. I don't know. But I know that it works on the desktop, and then on the mobile devices, these drop downs are just big drop downs with all of the different ancient genes. And that is something we want to get fixed at some point, because we're only going to have more ancients and it's only going to get bigger. So, all right, yeah, I think we can safely say that there's something going on with the obelisk female dragon. One of these things is not like the other. And we'll get her sorted out. I think I'm going to have to open the female and the male and just kind of compare layers to get this working correctly. So there's lionfish, there's the Noxtide, and then Noxtide. Okay. Oh, I like how we didn't use the same colors across them. This is going to be real fun to figure out. Okay. Put you in one corner, you in the other, so I can compare you. You start with Lion Base, and it is a flood fill. You start with Lion Base, and it is technically also a flood fill. I'm going to just merge those. Okay. Then you have Lion Belly. You have Lion Belly. Horns. Horns. Lion Wing Gradient. I think this is where things fell apart. Oh, yep. Her gradient is called Lion Stripe 1. That is not correct. And it looks like the next one, Lion Stripe 2, is Lion Stripe 1 on this one. Okay, yeah, she had her layers misnamed. And the recolor program doesn't like when you export like that. Easy enough. All right. Let's do this one. Lion Wing Grad, or Gradient, probably the start of the word gradient. And then Lion Stripe 1. And 2 of your layers aren't locked. I don't know if that actually makes a difference. All right. Yes. All right, that's another fix. Okay. The stream's been running for about 2 hours now. I think we have time for one more fix today. But then I'm probably going to end the stream and I'm going to take what we did today and start doing the next steps, which is going to be it's going to take a little while because it uses some system resources to make it happen. But I think that by the end of the week, these should all be uploaded all the way up to this one that we're doing now, which is obelisk, hatchling, lionfish. And we should have all of this. Well, not the iridescent. We're not touching that. Oh, we're not touching that. All of this should be struck through because it will be addressed. So I think that was some good progress. But let's do this last one because we're not quite done yet. Obelisk, hatchling, lionfish. The belly color is wrong, and the belly color is incorrect. All right. All right, lion belly. What is your belly color called? Oh, that's Noxtide. That's not gonna have a belly color. Let me get the lionfish open on another file so we can compare. Lion belly is supposed to have a space between lion and belly. All right, that should correct itself. All right, I think we've kind of figured out the issue with these, with at least the image files, and before things happen with the color swatches and the recolor engine. But I think that this was some good progress today. Thank you for coming to the stream. Thank you for dealing with the technical difficulties. And with my stream of consciousness mumbling.